Greetings, YouTube. Today I'll be reviewing Defending Your Castle. Build catapults, crossbows, moats, bulletproof shields, and more defensive devices to feud off the invading hordes. And the little star asterisk after the hordes specified at the bottom: Mongols, Huns, Tartars, Macedonians, Crusaders, and Vikings. By William Gerstell, author of Backyard Ballistics and the Art of Catapult. Art of the Catapult. Sorry, it's early in the morning. Forgive me. At least at the time of this recording. Now, I buy a lot of used books off of Amazon, and I'm starting this review of the book with that comment because this book is in horrible shape. It is not the good. I didn't buy a book that's acceptable. I bought a book that was rated as good, and this book doesn't even make the rating of acceptable. The cover is in horrible shape. It's bent and twisted and folded, which is probably because this was originally from the Vancouver Island Regional Library at one time. But I could probably forgive the cover of the book if it weren't for the fact that there are also 11 pages physically missing from the book. Someone cut them out. Now they are the pages of the diagrams for the crossbow plans, and I could find multiple crossbow plans online and YouTube and in my own reference library, which is in the other room. I recommend you go look at Weapon Collector, my friend Mike. He's done quite a few interesting crossbow designs, as has Art of Weapons. Also done some good work. I think it's like 15. It's depressing. I'm very envious of his anvil. This falls into the category of popular science and hobby, and I'll talk about the book. Now, there's a number of ways of taking a book like this. In my opinion, you can do it lightly and really read a book that is designed to show you how you would defend yourself against Mongols, Huns, Tartars, Macedonians, Crusaders, and Vikings. You could write a book that's serious about defending your home, and I've actually got a couple of references that are in my collection that are about real world home security as opposed to defense, I should say. And then you could even go paranoid into the black helicopters are watching the zone. And I think that there's merits in all three of these models. Mixing these models is really hard to do. And to my mind, the author tried to mix the first two, which is this light, humorous tone about defending your home against Mongols and Tartars, and seriously defending your home against invaders, security. And maybe it's from years and years of internet exposure, but I have a really hard time shaking off the feeling that the categories I've just read, the Mongols and Tartars that he's supposed to be defending your home from, are a nice way of saying urban riots. Of crowds of people not armed with guns that may endanger your home and your family. And urban riots is a really great cover term for black people, for people of color. So I don't know if it was just the tone-deaf phrasing in the book, that the author was unaware that they were presenting something that could be perceived as an underlying racist current, or whether it was intentional to market the book to people who are racist without ever coming out and overtly saying that they are marketing to this group. But it baffles me. I mean, I build and design, I should probably say design and build, yeah, that's how you do it, design and build weapons and armor. And I do it as a hobby. I don't think I'm ever going to use any of it. I don't want to use any of it. Ever. I don't want to hurt anybody. Ever. I don't want anyone to hurt me. Ever. It comes out of, initially, a desire to be safe as a child, because I didn't understand what I was going through with anxiety and depression, and eventually it became an academic interest, and then it became a crafting interest. So my desire to build these things is because I can, because I enjoy the process. At the time of the filming of this video, I'm currently kind of working through my head a brand new way of modifying a baseball bat with lethal intent. Using a new process in my head of cutting and shaping metal and how to attach it to a bat and things like that. It's a problem for my head to solve. And the end result is kind of a cool, useless thing, which I will go hang in my garage because my wife will not let me keep it in the house. So I understand that desire, and this author kind of, sort of, is pointed in that direction. Because there are plans in here for catapults and how to build a palisade and build a moat and build this little tower in the background you see behind the house. But the home he's defending is that home right there. And that's a middle-class, suburban, or rural home. And that, to my mind, makes me think he's designing a home to defend it against people that don't live in suburban and rural areas. That it's feeding into a social meme that is really unhealthy. So this is not a book I'm keeping. First of all, because it's in horrible shape, but I'll be donating this book, and maybe someone else can get some use out of it, because I sure as shooting don't want it in my collection. Beyond the fact that it's in horrible shape, it just is off-putting. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. The book from beginning to end just struck me as this tone of coded language aimed at an audience that I don't want anything to do with.